I want you to know that I am happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. What? I am doing a review for the Aspire Atlantis. Oh. Atlantis? Whoops. Well, hello everybody, Crispy Divine Central Mass Vapors. I just want to come on and have a little fun with my friends. So, today we have a wonderful video planned for you. I mean me. We're going to talk about the Aspire Atlantis. So, what is it all about? Well, if you are living under a rock, then fine, I'll give it to you that you may not have heard about the Atlantis. But if you are anywhere on the internet, in the ECF forums, if you are playing around on different websites or Facebook groups, then at some point you would have seen the Aspire Atlantis, okay? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. And it's exciting, you know? Things like this are just super cool. I mean, the idea behind it doesn't really sound groundbreaking, right? I mean, who said that it was impossible to put a 0.5 ohm coil inside of a tank? Not that big a deal. I've been doing it with my K-Fund for the last year. But when a company like Aspire puts out such a unique product, because in reality there isn't a 0.5 ohm tank coil, sub ohm, whatever out there except for Kangaroo's version of it, which I haven't tried yet. So basically it's all about the idea. You hear it in your head. Okay, Aspire's putting this out. Now, what is the last thing that I heard about from Aspire? What did they do to change things? They gave us the Aspire Mini with the BVC coils. Those coils are the best, okay? They make any of the other tanks that I've used or coils that I've used shamed, okay? They taste good. The flavor is impeccable. The vapor that you get from it, the airflow that you get from the tank itself, all of it is just so unbelievable, okay? And I think that it was just a matter of time before they stepped up another notch and went to a different section of the vaping world. The sub-ohm coil that Atlantis that Aspire puts out, okay? And here's the tank. Let me take off my little thing here, okay? Now, we all know me. I'm not going to go and take this thing apart and show you how to fill it and all that garbage. Not that that's not good. It's perfect, but there's so many videos. We don't need to see me do it. Plus, I'm all clumsy. I'll probably drop it. I already have it filled. Let's just leave it alone. But let's just talk about some of the key features, okay? First off, design. Perfect. So pretty. I just love it. Comes with this nice little friggin' wide mouth drip tip. It comes off, so if you don't want that, you can definitely put any drip tip you want. It comes with the tank, of course. I'll take this off of my Sagale 100 watt, and we'll talk about that in a second too. Okay. Classic Aspire airflow, right? I mean, just check it out. I mean, you've seen the videos. You can hear the click, click, click. That's 3. That's 4. Okay, so we got like 2 circle holes, just like you can see it right there. And then we have another circle hole, one smaller or bigger than the other. And then what I love is you go to these big Cyclops air holes. There's a huge one. And there is the second flavor one, or, second bigger one. And even within that, you can even close off those Cyclops air holes, so even within one, air hole, like the Cyclops hole, you have still more airflow control. So again, I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you just have so many different options, okay? And as far as the tank capacity goes, I think it's like 5 mil, but I could be wrong. You know me. But anyway, very very easy to fill. It's actually a lot easier than the mini. I don't know if anybody has had some issues. This, you know, when you try to fill it, this bottom part comes off very very hard. Like you have to really get into it. It's hard to do in the mini. This one comes off very very simple. You know, you just do that and you screw and you screw and you screw and you screw and you screw, and there it is, simple as pie. You fill down there, done. The coils are absolutely huge on this thing, so that's cool too. It would be cool if like you could interchange them on different tanks and stuff, but I guess what would be the point of that, right? I guess like they'd be kind of dumb if they did that, but anyway, how does it work? How does it work? Well, I'll tell you. On the coil, it says that it's designed for 20 to 30 watts, okay? I'm going to give everybody a heads up. When you first get this thing, do not crank it to 30 watts and just go, okay? First off, you must let this thing wick up. It's not going to take 20 minutes to do, but definitely give it some time. Fill it up, let it sit, do some primer puffs or whatever. Give it some time to wick up. And like I said, do not just go crank this to 30 watts and rock. I did that like an idiot, and I got the worst flavor, like burnt coil. I burnt my coil completely. I don't know if there's like, you know, maybe, you know, something like the, you know how the things when things sit, maybe there's something on the coil, or like just it sits in a, I don't know. But it just was really bad, and I burnt the coil instantly. I cranked it to 30 watts, and I was like dumb. So what I like to do, or what I should have done, is start off low, like 15 watts, vape it, and you want to see what your, you know, sweet spot is. I mean, just because it's there to give you 30 watts or 40 watts or whatever doesn't mean that that's your sweet spot, you know. Start at 15, go up. Right now I have this set at 32 watts, you know, and I vaped it at 26 watts when I used to do the when I had my DNA 30, you know, or you know, the Hannah clone, whatever. You know, I used to do 26 watts on my magma. It was perfect. I didn't need to go to 30 watts. So don't push it if you don't have to. But of course, if that's your thing, definitely. So anyway, I get this set, the Cyclops air hole, all the way open. How does she vape? As you can see, vapor production is spectacular. But who cares about that right now? Let's talk about flavor. As the flavor is really, really good, opened up. But if you throw this to the second air hole, Cyclops one, you know, you may not get as much vapor, but the flavor gets increasingly better. I think this is probably right now, hands down, my favorite tank, okay? And I think for the simple fact that my last favorite tank with stock coils was the mini. There's something to be said about Aspire. I mean, the you know, they've got people that are strictly drippers using tanks. I think that is awesome. I think it's great because we have to really think about the fact that dripping and driving is not a good idea. It's just like texting, if not, it could be a little bit worse because you have something that's liquid, and the fact that you don't want to drop your 30 friggin' ml bottle of, you know, cold fusion on the floor, you know, you're going to be more apt to like go to grab something and it's dangerous. And this gives those people that are into sub-ohm and dripping and all that, it gives them that flavor and that vapor reduction that they crave without having to drip. I think that alone is a good reason to have this in possession. Okay. It has been on my Sigeli the entire time. I tried it out on a mechanical mod and it works beautifully. I mean, if you go and you do the math, it's going to give you with the coil that it gives you, it's going to give you right around 20 something watts, 28 watts or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, so just a beautiful tank. I mean, I'm very, very happy with it. And the only thing I'm not happy with is the fact that I don't have two tanks, because I can think of like 3 flavors that are going to be unbelievable in this tank. And right now I have Beantown Vapors O Face because that's my favorite flavor of all time, really. And for me, that's where I want to test. Like, how can I get the best flavor out of my favorite juice? You know. But I'm definitely going to be putting in some like bakery flavor, like a cinnamon roll type flavor next, because that's a very very big flavor for me. I love it, and I'm going to see how it stands up. So, but for now, Aspire Atlantis, if you don't have one, get one. I know of like one or two really good group buys going on where you'll wait a little bit longer, but you're going to pay like 20, under $30 for one. Plus, of course, you must get the 5-pack of coils, because the worst thing possible is being stuck with, you know, a tank that's awesome and no coil. However, I've seen videos or pictures anyway of people that are rebuilding these already, which is a no-brainer. So I have an update for you. I have an update for you. Crispy Divine has an update for you. Everybody has an update. So apparently there is a rumor going around, and I call it a rumor mainly because I myself have not found out if this is dead on accurate or what. But it's definitely something that you should know, and it's definitely something to think about. But apparently the Aspire Atlantis, the manufacturer in China, has made the Aspire Atlantis, and inside of it, somebody apparently had taken it apart or something and found that they had produced it with chrome-plated brass, okay? And from what I've been reading, you know, well, obviously you do not want to be inhaling brass. If the brass gets into your e-juice and you're inhaling it, there is lead components in brass. It's very dirty metal. I know that that's one thing I always look at, you know, buying a lot of clones or buying, you know, these atomizers is, you know, if your center posts, you know, in here, your post or whatever have brass in it, you don't necessarily want it. And with that, if the, you know, the chrome plating or whatever is, you know, eventually it'll wear away, and then that brass can get into your e-liquid. You do not want to be inhaling lead, okay? So like I said, this is something that I've been hearing about, and I personally have stopped using it for now until I hear more information about it. So I'm not bringing this to the attention of you guys so that way, you know, everybody throws them away or freaks out about it. I'm just saying because, you know, if it's something that is true and if it's something that needs to be fixed, then everyone should know about it. So, you know, please do as you will, proceed with caution, etc., etc. You know, I'm not telling you to stop using them, but if it's something you're worried about, definitely do so. At least wait for some more information about it. But as of right now, I have stopped using it, which is totally depressing because I was loving it. But anywho, I'll definitely keep you updated on what's going on with it. But for now, let's get back to the video. Just amazing. It's really, really, really good. You know, and I watched a video, I think it was Todd had said that he has had his coil rocking for like 2 weeks and he hasn't changed it, but it, you know, obviously it's going to be ready, but that's on the one of the smaller ale holes. I think this is the small. This is the small. Just unbelievable. So good. So good. Anyway, that's the Aspire Atlantis. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and dropping by and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed my little review on this Aspire Atlantis. And stay tuned. I got plenty more to come. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Peace. I'll leave you with a little vape.